This is KTVO's Good Morning Heartland.
And welcome back. 'Tis the season for family photos, and sometimes that is easier said than done, but that can change if you know some tricks of the trade. This morning we have Amanda Heberer, owner of Manda Renee Photography, to share some insider tips. How are you doing today?
Good.
Well, first of all, let's go on and talk about the importance of taking family photos. Why should we consider doing that, maybe even once a year?
Even if you have to do a mini session with a photographer, it's important to get a good professional family photo with the entire family, dog, mom, dad, kids, just to have that memory once a year. You grow so fast, people change.
Which, I can agree with that, because I think the last time I took a family photo with my family, as in my mom, my dad, and my brothers, I was probably 8 or 9 years old.
Yeah.
And that was the last family photo that we have of each other.
And how many things happen in between then and
lot.
now,
We're
right?
now in our 30s and 40s.
Right.
So now let's go ahead and talk about the importance of including everybody. So I know we want to take pictures of our kids,
Yes.
but we want, the mom and dad to be in there as well. Why is that?
Huge. Parents always, especially moms, I think, me being a mom, I'm always like, oh, 5 more pounds. Or
Yeah.
your kids don't care. They don't see that. They'd want a picture of everybody together eventually. They will want that, I promise. They may not want it now, but eventually they will.
Yeah. So we actually have some examples of your work with a family from Missouri. So, are these 2 little twin girls?
These are not. These are sisters.
Oh, wow. They look
They're
exactly
about 18 months apart. These are
Yeah.
actually my nieces.
Oh, fantastic. So, I kind of try to pick a different, this is more of like a candid one, which I love, because during sessions, you want formal ones, but you want other ones where you're showing your guys' personality, you guys are having fun.
Yes.
So, you just snap away, right?
So the trick with kids especially is you want to get a good formal picture for mom, of course, because
Right.
that's the picture that goes on Christmas cards and stuff. But you also want to keep them moving. So you usually get them to interact with each other just like they normally would. So for like the sisters, for example, I had them hold hands and race towards me. It kept them moving. It kept them not thinking about my camera, but they were actually doing something. So the end images ended up with them actually just interacting with each other,
Right.
which is what moms love.
So, and I know that a lot of families out there sometimes are hesitant when it comes to family photos, because like you just said, the little kids can get a little antsy. They don't want to sit still in front of the camera. So you say just keep them moving, keep them active.
Yes.
Let them run around, get that energy out.
Yeah. For example, the one that they are all looking directly at me, I had mom hold one of the daughters and dad hold the other. And the trick I used on that one, they wouldn't look at me to smile. So the trick I used was, I said, okay, mom and dad, I want you guys to spin around once and then end up right where you are. And when they did that, the girls were just spinning with their parents. So they were literally having fun. So by the time they got back to me, they had a smile on their face on their own. I didn't have to try for it.
Right. And so there's another one. So we have another picture of of the same family, and you don't always have to be looking at the camera. I love this one because this is them just walking away. And even if you're taking your own photos, I know that a lot of cameras that you might have, even your cell phones, you have a timer on there. So this is possible to be done if you don't have a professional photographer.
Yes.
Just set it for 10 seconds and walk away and look at this breathtaking photo.
You don't always have to have a child, or even if you have more than one child, you don't have to have them looking at you and say cheese and just get them interacting, get them playing on the slide or on the swings. Those are the memories that you're going to love the most anyway.
Yeah. So really quickly, before we talk about what to wear, let's talk about animals, because obviously we all know I love Bruiser, but he does not like to take pictures. So what do you do when somebody brings their dog with them that, might pay attention, but then when the camera comes on, they don't want to look? Do you have a squeaky toy? Do you get treats?
I make lots of weird noises, and I do encourage them to bring treats, but then I take the treats. A lot of times, especially the dog owners, will have the treats with them, and then the dog's looking up at them the entire time.
Gotcha.
So I will take the treats, and I will make, again, a lot of crazy, silly noises. But again, even with that, I don't want the owners to worry about the dog. I want them to look at me, and I will take care of the dog, just like with the kids. I think a lot of parents get nervous, like, oh, look at her, she's got the camera. Well, I could get the most perfect shot, and then mom's pointing at my camera telling her where to look. So I always tell them, don't worry about them. I promise I have them. I'll get them to look at me. You just give me a pretty smile.
Okay. Now, finally, what to wear?
Which is
Do you
huge.
want people to color coordinate? Do you want them to clash a little bit? Do we want to take in in consideration the weather? We're in fall
Yes.
right now, so obviously we don't want to wear spring-like clothing.
Right.
So tell us about that. We actually have an example for something you would wear, or a color code you would consider for fall-like pictures, correct?
Correct. So the tips that I would have for this is start with mom. Moms usually have the most difficult time picking out an outfit. Once mom has an outfit chosen, take a color palette, which is shown there. Take 2 or 3 colors and just have the other members of the family wear coordinating colors in the same palette. It's going to end up blending together. You don't want to be matchy-matchy. Not too long ago, there was a trend that all family members wore denim and white shirts.
Or black shirts.
Do not do that.
We've done that.
Is not happening anymore.
Okay. And then we have another example for more of like a winter-like. So you want to go a little bit darker, but maybe with a pop of color, correct?
Yeah. Definitely have mom wear a colorful scarf, or the daughter, for example. Like in this picture, the daughter's wearing a bright, bright blue. Everybody else is wearing kind of a navy blue. It's still in the same blue family. Bring out their personalities.
Yeah.
If your daughter is always wearing crazy stuff and that's what she likes, don't put her in something really simple. Let their kind of personality show.
Okay, fantastic. So what we'll do is we'll post everything on our website at ktvo.com. We'll link up information with Amanda. If you have any questions or concerns, again, thank you so much for coming on.
You're welcome. Thank you.
And we'll be right back.